Hey guys, I just thought I would put this video out there. Please forgive my voice because I am still sick, and if you're new to my channel, my name is Steph and I'm very glad to be connecting with you all. So this reading is around a dream that I had on a Friday night, the early hours of Saturday morning. It was a dream where there was a lioness in my dream, and there was it was like the lioness was a person's pet, and they also had several dogs, and I seemed to be trying to leave a house, and this person that owned it, this lioness and the dogs, he was outside. Now I couldn't see anything beyond male legs, and he seemed to be maybe no taller than 5'10", but they were quite muscular legs and big, strong legs, and he had like a pair of blue jeans on him, and I could see myself kind of cowered in, and there was somebody behind me, and I wasn't aware of who this was, and I was like, my whole thought process around the dream was how unbelievable that this actually is, that somebody has a pet lioness with their dogs, and this person was saying all the time that I could only see their feet, their legs, it's okay, you can pass, she won't touch you. And I was kept thinking over through, oh my God, this is unbelievable. You want me to walk past where there is a lioness that can literally get at me? There was no leash, there was no boundaries around it. The only thing significant else in the dream was a van, and I couldn't see the colour of this van or anything, but the lioness kept kind of going underneath the van, but she was standing tall and really proud, and it was a young female, and there was these bull breed American bully type dogs in the dream as well. But eventually, anyway, I finally got across the road and had got past, and the whole time I was like crossing over to the other side, the lioness, and it was watching me, and the person was like, it's okay, keep going, she won't touch you. But the lioness never took her eyes off me the whole time. And there was other elements of that dream as well to be more personal to me, but that was significant because I had done the reading for the Wednesday, which was the 8th of the 8th 18, which I wasn't aware of at the time. I didn't come aware of the information until Thursday night that we were entering into Lions Gate portal. And last week I had a dream, and the only part of the dream that I really remembered was being at a distance, and I could see a tornado of like black clouds, grey black clouds in the distance coming towards me. Also, over the last week or so, I've been having a lot of migraine headaches, a lot of fuzziness in my head, and my stomach hasn't been great, and I'm feeling like a lot of energy drain. I did pick up like a flu and a head cold, and I'm in Ireland, so we had some really great weather for the last couple of months, and now we're back to the weather. The temperatures have dropped down, but I was just thinking if that was significant to anybody else. I looked up the Lioness Dream and what that meant, and it was about obviously about your inner strength and having courage, but also about taking control and fighting and standing up for what you believe in and fighting for what you care about. And with this energy of the Lionsgate portal and the symptoms around that, I've come across a video which refers to the fuzziness in the head and the migraines and feeling really lethargic and low energy. And another reading suggested like people feeling a hopelessness inside them, and that they can't really take much more of their life, and things have come really difficult for them. But I really do believe that if you're going through something similar, then this is all part of a spiritual awakening and ascension process that's happening. And the more you look into these energies, the more you might understand what they are, and then the signs and the synchronicities of the universe will start coming together. Like on Tuesday, the 7th, when I was doing the reading, I'm not sure if I actually done the 8th reading on the 8th, and the temperance was the main energy, and the message behind that was your spirit guides and angels are listening, and about being fully honest with ourselves and the people around us, and learning from the path that we have just traveled, and using those lessons as a way to encourage our own soul transformation and our own soul growth. And going through the dark night of the soul is always a process. Like I said, I was thrown down for several days with migraine headaches and just feeling really nauseous, and I was struggling with my health for quite a few years, and migraines and things like that were a part of it. And now, but in the last year, a lot of the changes in my diet, a lot of the changes in the food that I want, I've really left meat and stuff behind, and it's fruit and veg now and things like that. So, and then learning more and more about the planet and astrology and the energies behind that, and doing more and more readings and learning through those readings, I really believe fundamentally, if you're going through a hard time right now, it's important for you to look up these energies and check them out for yourself. And also the other messages, like I've been receiving a lot of channeled information over the last since I had that dream with the lioness on Saturday more than anything, and I really wouldn't normally share, but this one was to be shared because it can be so intense. And when you're feeling crap in your physical body and you're going through crap in your life and dealing with shit, dealing with a heartache, dealing with losses, or if things are really going great in your life and there isn't much drama, but you have all these physical symptoms and you weren't aware of it, well, this could be possibly the energy that you're feeling at this time. And also the other important message was to check out Neptune, where Neptune is in your chart. And if you learn more information around Neptune energy, and also Uranus and Mars as well, but Neptune being about the spiritual side of us and the spirituality of humanity and the collective energies, this can all help you maybe make sense of the difficulties that you may be experiencing. So after all that, um, I'm just going to pull a couple of cards to see our energies now. The Six of Wands, so lovely energy. So the universe is definitely screaming at all of us to tell us that we can achieve our goals, that we can move forward in our lives, that we need to just trust in ourselves, believe in our own personal power, set our intentions, positive intentions, and practice having a positive mindset. No matter how difficult things are, you feel yourself backward thinking, just take yourself out of that and think of something different. And it's not easy. I'm a Libra rising, I live in my brain. So I know that it's not easy to get out of your head, and when you're reliving trauma, and especially because a lot of us are waking up to the realization that we have a purpose, and finding out the direction and where that purpose is taking us, and realizing the dharma in which we came here for, and the desire in which brought us back here. And I also watched a video as well that was quite interesting, and it coincides with this energy. It was around why you were born with a certain ascendant sign, and checking out your ascendant is important when you're looking at astrology. But also it can tell you about your purpose, and the reason why you came here, and the karmic lessons behind the desires that reincarnated your soul back into this dimension. So wonderful energy. It's like Jupiter bringing success and expansion, but breaking free from the restrictive limitations of the mind, and allowing ourselves to dream, and allowing personal belief in ourselves, because at the end of the day you don't have anybody but yourself, and you should definitely be following your heart's desire and making steps every single day to do that. Like me, just turning on the camera and recording, and leaving behind fear, and the Lioness Dream talking about fighting for what you believe in, the ability to stand in your own personal power, and have self-belief that you have the tools necessary to make the changes, to defend your path and your purpose, and to follow the life in which you truly came here to have, through the lessons. We've created situations, and we've asked to come here to experience and learn certain lessons. So we are not meant to beat ourselves up about that, or have guilt around when we learn our lessons and we have spiritual and personal growth, and some of the people around us aren't in the same in the same boat as us. So it's not our responsibility to get anybody to that place. Each and every person has to do the work themselves. We can only set an example by going after what we feel would bring us success, would bring us happiness in our lives, and every single person has a right to do that. So this is the challenge in energy. So it's about getting honest with yourself in the direction in which your life is going, taking the reins and control, and steering the movement forward in a positive way. There may be a lot of indecision at the moment. I have some indecision going on in what the next direction in my path will be, and sitting with those decisions and trying to figure out the right way to go. But there's no point running from indecision, because at the end of the day it takes a lot more energy to think about doing something than it does to actually physically do it. And like with Mars in retrograde, and even you can feel a lot of procrastination energy, and it's important at this time, if you're feeling not yourself, if you're going through some physical symptoms, to rest as much as you need to be as lazy as much as you like. But remember that don't fall into a self-pity party. Get up, get a shower, make yourself something to eat, look up your birth chart and check out where Neptune is and read something about that, and give yourself some insight. And learning about yourself will help you to better accept the person that you are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because we all have a shadow side. We all like to delve in the realms where the shadow lives, and it's impossible as a human person not to give in to temptation or not to lust or desire. So, you know, the devil energy can be a learning about our shadow side, and it's true learning, and others reflecting their shadow side to us. We can see how we can change and make things better for ourselves through accepting the darker side of ourselves, and realizing that the shadow side of somebody else isn't our responsibility, it's not our fault, and it's up to their soul to carry them on their journey. All you can do is follow your own path, as I said. And with the Seven of Swords as an energy that we need to definitely remove ourselves from. So if we're like doing things that we like to keep hidden, things that maybe are not morally correct, or you know, like, I mean, if you're being deceptive in some way, that energy is going to appear, and that false mask will breed um will breed the air of dishonesty, and people will get a feeling from you that they can't trust you, and it will be an instinctive feeling. Or if you're getting the instinct feeling that you can't trust somebody, follow that intuition and gut feeling. There is no need for paranoia or obsession or being vengeful or manipulative or deceptive, cheating, lying, running from yourself, running from the truth. All these things are the past that we want to let go of, and no longer allow that energy to affect how we love ourselves, and how we have focus more on the successes. Look at the things that have worked for you and how you can expand on that, and don't beat yourself up about things that didn't work out, or things that went a different way, because everybody has their own soul journey, and you can't flog a dead horse into going into your direction by sheer will. If somebody is carrying this energy, it's better to detach from that person. And also, I was receiving guidance around doing energy work for your heart chakra as well, which I have been doing. So that might also help, especially I'm recovering myself from a broken relationship, a broken heart, where there was so much of this going on that I didn't even realize to the full extent of it until it completely finished. So I'm definitely not just talking to say just these things. These are experiences that I certainly have had, and I know what it's like to live through it. So the Page of Cups, if you are considering open yourself up emotionally. And this is what I've just said about the heart chakra, okay? So the Page of Cups here is talking about that. It's talking about like a childlike innocence and unconditional love here, and offering that and being open to giving it as well as receiving it. Just be mindful that for some of us that we aren't re-engaging our energies into this type of person, because things seem to be going in our favor, even though there might be some bad elements. If you think about the progression that you may have had over the last 7 months in particular, working through these energies and trying to be honest with yourself so you can get on your right path to fulfilling your soul purpose, we need to be careful where we extend our emotional energies too. And we would better served extending those into ourselves first and foremost by loving ourselves, then delving into our creative passions. What is the thing that would bring you joy and happiness, and what do you really love to do? Anything at all that is in a creative way that will help you break it away from the mundane aspects and issues of everyday life, and you can lose yourself in writing some poetry or expressing yourself in some sort of a it's like expressing yourself in a more loving and caring way. And by doing that, you putting that effort into your own dreams and your own, like if you're writing a book or something, or you've always wanted to write a book, or like you've always wanted to train for like a marathon or something like that. Things like that is where the energies would go and serve you best. So we have the Queen of Cups with the Page of Cups. Yeah, there is a lot of emotional energy. However, we need not to be I feel like somebody is punishing themselves here because of the actions of somebody else, or even if you've had this energy and now you're extremely remorseful and regretful about it, or if somebody has done this to you, you're beating yourself up about this, like saying, how could I be so blind? Who is, like, no, people put on false masks. They tell us what they think they want us, that we want to hear. They will keep a charade going for as long as necessary. I lived with somebody for 5.5 years, and for 3 of those years he had a very serious drug addiction from me, and I'd be thinking, how the hell did I not know? But I had no experience of that drug or the effects of it. So, and his abusive behavior had only really escalated. So I just thought that he was getting worse. I didn't realize that there was a drug also involved in the equation. So people can very easily pull the wool over your eyes and emotionally manipulate you here. But we need to ask ourselves, protect our energies, set our intentions start asking about your soul purpose and your soul mission, and be open to the guidance around that. Have compassion and empathy for yourself, and for everybody involved. And also exercise releasing, because forgiveness is the hardest thing in the world to do. I've gone out that relationship 18 months and I'm still working on forgiveness. So we are all human. But the most important thing is that we do not allow the past to define us in any way, whether that is our actions or perceived failures, or we're beating ourselves up about the fact that we're not where we're meant to be at this time in life. We haven't achieved this, we haven't achieved that. Everything is and has happened in your life for a reason. And even at the times when we get derailed, those are the times when we really need to connect with our spiritual team. And when Temperance appeared on Wednesday, the 888 portal, it was a message that the connection from the spiritual to the physical is now closer than ever, and it's the evolution of the energy, and our ego will try and drag us back down into low vibrations. But now it's our chance to allow healing into our lives, to release the past and do the work and put in the effort, because we have achieved a lot, even though it may not seem like it, or it may seem like it, but you can genuinely success being measured by the obstacles and the struggles that you had to overcome in order to get where you are today. And it's still a journey. You haven't reached your destination by a long shot, because you are still living, breathing, and you still have a lot to offer and a lot to give in this life, and you have a lot to still receive. The Page of Wands. So now we're looking at setting our intentions, being willing to be the student and to learn new ways of doing things, to now balance ourselves and have, as I said, the belief in ourselves that we have the talents, the abilities, the creativity, the power, and the tools necessary. But we need to be open to learning new things, to broaden our horizons, to always look beyond the veils of illusion and search out new information, new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing things, different perspectives, and learning through those different perspectives. But it's in the here and now where we have the Wands energy. So when we focus on our purpose and achieving our soul's mission, well, then the universe will start setting up synchronicities and signs and calling you to listen to your intuition, have compassion and self-love, and then you will open the doors to more healthy relationship with yourself and with those people coming into your life. Balance is the message from the angels. And we're going to read that directly from the book. So the message reads, guys, has your schedule been lopsided lately? Be sure to balance your time between work, play, spirituality, exercise, and relationships. The angels know that you're busy with many earthly demands on your time. They want to help you with your responsibilities through the process of balance. Whenever our schedules become disproportionate, our energy drops. Lowered energy creates the illusion that there isn't enough time in the day, so a vicious cycle of time limitation ensues. Your angels ask you to add regular doses of meditation, exercise and play to your days. They know that balance in your life between work, play, spirituality, exercise and relationships helps you to grow and feel joy. If you feel overwhelmed by your responsibilities, don't hesitate to ask God and your angels to lift your burden. So really good confirmation on the reading, guys, and I'm just going to see now. I think we'll see the Tree Magic Oracle deck. The larch tree, good news. Success arrives with perseverance. No mountain is too high for you to climb. So guys, just bear with me a second and I grab the book. Because I do like to read the messages directly from the book for you because it's the author's channeled messages. An event on the horizon is about to elevate your happiness above the level of everyday life. You will rise to the occasion like the larch tree, a mountaineer by nature that loves steep hillsides. Life will be viewed from a higher perspective. Just as the larch annually heavy leaf fall brings it praise for fertilizing the soil. Your good news will benefit and please your friends and family circle. You will experience a breakthrough like the larch which bursts into bright green leaf in spring. In proximity to heaven and God, the larch oversees the scene below. The message its down-sweeping branches deliver is that life is about to feel like heaven on earth for you. So guys, there is a lot of emotions and love here and positive intentions. This is the energy that we need to release and believing in ourselves. So we're going to take the soul lesson card then to just complete this reading. Imagination and the Page of Wands, as I said, delving into your creativity, guys. So it says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So the message reads, by its very nature, the physical body is limited by the 3 dimensions, but your mind is free to travel without boundaries and merge with the cosmic consciousness. Your mind is the great creator and your imagination is its toolbox. Everything in life begins with the energy of imagination. Thoughts are real and they can manifest themselves into the physical world. Train your mind to only have positive thoughts and you will attract positivity into your life. If you can see it, you can be it. Visualize the components that you want in your life and imbue those thoughts with love and they will become your reality. Conversely, if your mind strays to negative thoughts, you will only bring that energy to you. Be positive and loving. Imagination is creativity. Express yourself and let your imagination assist you in letting go of any creative blocks and allow your dreams to come true. Remember, you are not doing this for other people. It is your soul opening up and singing its own unique song. So guys, I think that more or less summed up the whole reading for us, and that's absolutely amazing. So I definitely know that I've taken something from this, and I hope that some of you have too, guys. And take care of yourselves, and exercise that positive mind, and do something that you love. Take care. Bye now.